5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Deducter bringing you the losers match of the OSL Ro24 Group D. We have C-Shield versus Cal in this game. It looks like C-Shield is the teal Terran at the 5 o'clock position, and we have Cal as the Protoss player. I seem to have some difficulty making out his colors. Cal, it looks like he's white. Cal is the white Protoss player at the 11 o'clock position. And I am stuttering here a bit because I am still sort of in shock of how great Baxter did in this game. I mean, admittedly, in the winners match, it was luck, but, if Major had realized what the purpose of that drone was, or more importantly, if he had guessed it was a 9-pool, he would surely kill that drone and put up his blockade, and manage to build the supply depot perhaps in time to completion and then rally his SCVs to repair it. But even then, I think he would be screwed because the Marine would not come out in the correct direction. So I guess luck not that big of a role in that game. But I digress a bit here. Baxter already out of this group in dominating form. He seems to have improved significantly since his days of getting nuked by Boxer. And C-Shield, after that loss to what is surely what surely he thought was a second-rate Zerg player, especially considering how he sort of almost made a fool of Baxter early on with that engineering blockade trick. And just the look of devastation on his face after that game. I don't know how else he's going to perform in this game here. He's putting down his forward racks. Cal lost against Major, but that wasn't nearly as sort of a embarrassing type loss for C, because C had everything going for him. He was not supposed to lose that game. So Cal, on the other hand, went for the carrier strategy, did not pay off for him. That's not necessarily unusual. We'll see whether Cal decides to try this again on this on a different map here on Gladiator. I think he would be wise to stick with Arbiter play in general. Especially, if he can manage to scout out C's base and realize that C did not put down an early armory, anything like that, then perhaps he can go for carriers. But he needs to try to maintain a bit more map presence, I feel. Major was not a particularly aggressive player. He pretty much stuck in his base the entire time until he built up a massive army to push out. He didn't even try sending vultures to scout around the map too much or attempt some sort of dropship harassment or anything like that. Looks like the command center is going down for C-Shield. Cal is scouting in the... it doesn't matter. He will find C second because they are in cross-map positions here. Cal is going to send his first Zealot out again, just like in Game 1 of this series. Perhaps he is hoping to do some more damage. The Zealot is going to the 1 o'clock position to scout, so in this case it looks like the Zealot is acting more of a scout, but as soon as the probe realizes that is cross-map position, the Zealot will probably come down to assist in some sort of harassment. The last game, the early Zealot sent out by Cal did absolutely nothing. There is a bunker out by C. He's playing it pretty safe this game. Yeah, that Zealot is backing up, and any sort of Dragoon pressure is not going to work at all. I think Cal would be wise to put down his expansion sooner rather than later, but no, that is not what Cal is going to do. He's got 2 gateways. Looks like he wants to put on some early pressure, even though there is a bunker out here for C-Shield, and C is getting his factory now. Cal still not really looking to set up his expansion. He wants to play very aggressively, it seems. Perhaps he wants to try using Reavers as harassment. But no, he's researching Dragoon range at the Cybernetic Core, plus he's put down the second gateway, so this is not going to be any sort of Reaver type attack. It's not a DT type attack. He just wants to put on early pressure with Dragoons. I'm not sure what it does was. That is pretty clever. Use that Zealot at the low ground of the 1 o'clock position, block the SCV from going into scout, but it wasn't as if that was his actual base, so didn't really accomplish what he had hoped. This Dragoon is out in a curious position. Perhaps if it kills the SCV before it can reach the 7 o'clock base, the SCV will not be able to get a scout in there, and C is still going to be in the dark. It looks like he sees there is no expansion there at the 7 o'clock natural, but that's not going to tell him too much. He doesn't know. Fortunately for C, he has a second SCV out. He is probably going to spot Cal here. Cal putting down his expansion. Wow, this is the last place for him to go, so of course he's going to spot Cal. And Cal not going to have anything in position to stop that scout from going, but he did delay the scout quite significantly. Now Cal putting on a lot of early pressure, but as you can see, that bunker with the SCVs repairing is going to be very sturdy, and C can always pull off a few more SCVs to repair. Cal is significantly delayed in his economy compared with C, and now Cal putting down his Robo Bay, but that's not necessarily indicative of anything at this point, except observers are likely to be coming out. Tank out here for C. Let's see what he researched first. Hopefully it was Siege mode and not Vulture Mines, otherwise he is still going to be in trouble for some time. It is Siege, so C is not going to have any issues here. That Siege tank is going to work bad. These Dragoons, but no, the Dragoons going in, sniping away at the tank. C needs to repair that tank. One Dragoon goes down, but the tank goes down. C not repairing the tank, losing his first tank. Ouch, that's a nice little attack here by Cal. I thought for sure Cal was going to back off. That Dragoon barely escaping with his life. Second life, I guess, since they're supposed to be reincarnated Zealots. Well, not reincarnated. They're supposed to be Zealots on life support, I believe. So I guess this is still its first life. Anyway, I digress here. Cal putting down a second expansion. This seems to be his strategy. Put on some early pressure. Keep seeing his base and then double expand. Very interesting. He's got his observatory out. Let's see whether C is going to be as conscientious killing the observers as Major was in Game 1. I felt that was a very nice play by Major, constantly denying the Protoss scouting information. So Cal was always in the dark a bit. Plus he had to spend a lot of gas on observers. I mean, losing 1 or 2, sure, it doesn't matter, but when the kill count starts to stack up, that's quite a bit of gas. Looks like this dropship has been loaded with a number of vultures, probably going to try to harass a bit. This is a good play by C. He is also hopefully going to spot the expansion that Cal put down at the 9 o'clock with his dropship, assuming he passes over there. He may not necessarily do that. There are a few Dragoons in position, it looks like, for potential intercept, but I don't think they are going to catch the dropship. They're not really moving onto this ramp. And now a scan coming out here by C. He's got a tank and a vulture. It looks like he's mining up the place. The drones have managed to escape. Well, 1 drone goes down, perhaps 2. It looks like there are 2 kills. And I don't know why, I mean, not drones, probes. I don't know why those probes keep coming in. The Zealot getting killed by mines. Nice play here by C. Without another Zealot, Cal's actually going to really have to kill his own pylon before he can break in. The dropship still with a vulture, probably. And those Dragoons actually not able to kill the pylon very efficiently, but Cal's got so many Dragoons in his main. That vulture's not going to do anything. And finally, Cal destroying the pylon and getting his forces. He's dragged the mine into the tank, but both Dragoon going down. Cal lost 3 Dragoons there, and his own pylon. It looks like he's going to lose another pylon and numerous probes for absolutely nothing, and Cal's forces are so far away. This has been a wildly successful attack by C, and Cal managing to intercept C's vultures. I guess they were hoping to put down a few mines and delay these forces even more. Cal's attempt at putting down 2 expansions at once in some trouble here. He's still got plenty of time to actually save his Nexus. There's only a single tank that's not even firing on the Nexus because it's sieged up too close, but now C's brought in 2 more tanks in the region, and Cal's forces taking so long to come up here. That Vulture going to blockade, and those Dragoons back and forth, while waddling almost, it looks like. These 2 Dragoons finally going to finish off C's forces. They're probably, but C microing his tanks and his dropship. Great play by C, I have to say, keeping both his tanks alive. He's picked off these Dragoons again. Now he's mining up this location again. Cal sending in forces piecemeal. I guess he always felt whatever he sent in was surely enough to deal with C's forces. And finally, it looks like Cal is going to be able to clear his way up the expansion at the 9 o'clock, whereas C has already put down his expansion at the 3 o'clock position. He's also got his science vessel out. He's got a killed observer there. Good for him. And C is going to be in a very good economic position considering Cal put down this Nexus and it was basically inactive for about 2 or 3 minutes there. And he suffered quite a few losses to his Dragoons, to minimal losses of C's. I have to say, C even managing to escape with his last 2 tanks. Although if you left them there, he probably could have caused even more havoc. Cal seemed to like to send in 3 or 4 Dragoons at once. While there is that ramp, even with a large army, it can be difficult to assault your way up that ramp. Nevertheless, Cal has decided to go for Arbiters probably this game. He has the Templar Archives out and a Stargate, but